There. There! My bullet!
Your bullet? If you hit what you aim at, explain my shoulder.
This'll prove it. Please hold fire.
Interesting facts about famous people.
Remade westerns, risen from the ashes. Like it or not, it seems to have become part of the film industry to resurrect older movies, including westerns. I know most western fans are not happy about this. As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Having said that, it is an opportunity to bring younger generations into the genre. The western has long been an icon of culture in America. The West, as a subject, started with novels and stories that exaggerated frontier life. For example, there is very little evidence that showdowns or duels took place in town streets. Westerns became one of the most popular film genres, peaking in the 1950s, the classic era. If you enjoyed this video, hit the notification button to get my new videos. If you want to check out my many other videos, head over to my channel. The link is in the description. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel as well. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. Wild Wild West, 1999. Some may put Wild Wild West in the so bad it's great box. Let's be honest, it's not a great movie, at least by most standards. It does, however, have a strong cult following, earning a reputation as a good bad movie. Based on the TV series called The Wild Wild West that aired for 4 seasons between 1965 and 69, starring Robert Conrad. This movie earned terrible reviews, including the worst screen couple for Will Smith and Kevin Kline, and worst picture. Okay, we got that one out of the way. The Alamo, 2004. The Alamo is a remake of the 1960 version of the same name, starring the Western legend John Wayne, based on the 1936 battle between a small militia of Texans and a much larger army of Mexicans, led by Davy Crockett and Jim Bowie, and Mexican dictator Santa Anna's forces at the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas, leaving an estimated 2,000 casualties and a victory for Mexico. The remake starred, amongst others, Billy Bob Thornton and Dennis Quaid. It got decent reviews, but it was greatly overshadowed at the box office by The Passion of the Christ. The Magnificent Seven, 2016. 7 gunmen from different backgrounds come together with a vengeful young widow to protect her town from the private army of a dangerous industrialist. The Magnificent Seven contains an all-star cast including Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, and Vincent D'Onofrio, among others. A remake of the 1960 movie of the same name, following a group of gunmen who were hired to defend the small village of Rose Creek from a gold tycoon. It got decent reviews, however, it was more well received by general moviegoers.
Took a job looking for some men to join me.
Is it difficult?
Impossible.
Rio Lobo, 1970. Cord McNally, John Wayne, searches for 2 traitors who caused the defeat of McNally's unit and the loss of a close friend after the Civil War. A collaboration between John Wayne and director Howard Hawks. Rio Lobo was Hawks' final movie before his death in 1977. The two had previously collaborated on classic westerns like El Dorado and the similarly titled Rio Bravo. Many consider Rio Lobo a remake of Rio Bravo. Sadly, it served as a disappointing swan song for the iconic Hawks-Wayne duo, even though there are certainly things to like about it.
Doc Miller sent you over these crutches and some clean clothes. He also sent you a bar of soap.
Careful about it anyways, ain't he? How good do you think he is?
He's all right.
Do you think he's as good as Wheeler said he was?
Well, he threw me my gun, and while it was still in the air, he got one of them, then he got another one.
Good enough, good enough.
Is he as good as I used to be?
It'd be pretty close.
Ned Kelly, 2003. An innocent man becomes one of the most wanted criminals the world has ever known. Heath Ledger as the Australian outlaw, Ned Kelly, is both a remake of the 1970 original, starring Mick Jagger, of all people, as Kelly, and an adaptation of the 1991 novel Our Sunshine. The 1970 film was not a success, a critical and commercial disappointment, disowned by both the director and Mick Jagger. The remake was a bit more successful, grossing over $6 million at the box office and receiving decent reviews, and 2 wins at the Australian Film Institute Awards.
From wrongly accused. I'm telling you something.
Maverick, 1994. Brett Maverick, Mel Gibson, needing money for a poker tournament, faces various funny mishaps and challenges, including a charming woman thief, Jodie Foster. It's based on the TV series of the same name, which aired for 5 seasons, from 1957 to 62, starring James Garner, also appearing in the 1994 version. Positively received, earning an Academy Award nomination for Best Costume Design. It grossed over $180 million worldwide, making it a box office success.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Hey! Give me that.
A Fistful of Dollars, 1964. A wandering gunfighter plays 2 rival families against each other in a town torn apart by greed, pride, and revenge. Both the first entry in the iconic Dollars trilogy and the first movie for Clint Eastwood. The movie was a huge success, popularizing Eastwood as an actor and launching the spaghetti western genre in America. While not an official remake, many fans and critics agree that A Fistful of Dollars bears a huge resemblance to Akira Kurosawa's Yojimbo. In fact, the company behind Yojimbo won a lawsuit against A Fistful of Dollars, delaying its release in North America and winning an undisclosed out-of-court settlement. .310 to Yuma, 2007. It doesn't get much better than .310 to Yuma. Russell Crowe as a psychotic outlaw and Christian Bale as the poor farmer who delivers him to the .310 to Yuma train in exchange for a huge sum of money. A remake of the 1957 film with Glenn Ford, both based on the Elmore Leonard short story .310 to Yuma, receiving positive reviews and earning Oscar nominations for Best Sound Mixing and Best Original Score.
I ain't gonna kill you. Not like this.
I'll come for you.
I'd be disappointed if you did.
That should cover it.
Hands up, Ben Wade.
And I expect you to hand my wife 1,000 cash dollars.
True Grit, 2010. A teenager enlists the help of a tough US Marshal to track down her father's murderer. With the Coen brothers, there's really no going wrong. True Grit is also a remake of the 1969 original, starring John Wayne, Glenn Campbell, and Kim Darby. Not only is True Grit the greatest Western remake, but it's also one of the greatest modern Westerns. It earned great reviews and was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Actor and Actress, Jeff Bridges, Haley Steinfeld, Best Director, and Best Picture.
Stonehill, which he will make payment on tomorrow or the next day, once a lawyer countersigns.
Don't believe in fairy tales or sermons or stories about money, baby sister, but thanks for the cigarette.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Interesting facts about famous people.